This is how you sew a lunch bag with a nylon lining. So you cut out your 2 pieces of bag fabric, 1 piece of nylon, 1 piece of outer fabric, and then a small tag of any fabric that you would like. I'm going to start off by attaching the bag pieces together. I'm going to place your outside fabric good side up, so the right side of the fabric with the nylon fabric on top of it, and then you're going to peg round the edges to keep it secure. Once you've got it neatly pegged all around, and it is really important that you do this, keeping it nice and straight, because this affects your end result. You're going to make a wee mark down one of the short edges, 2 lines about 4 finger widths apart, and you're going to sew all the way around the outside edge of the bag, leaving this wee section open. Don't forget to back stitch at the start and finish of going around the bag. So we sew forward slightly, backwards, and then all the way around the outside edge. When we come to the corners, we stop, make sure our needle is down, lift the presser foot up, and twist. And continue all the way around the outside. Now, as you can see, I've sewn all the way around the outside edge, apart from the small gap in between the 2 bits of the 2 marks I made before. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to go around and I'm going to trim the corners on an angle like this. This just means that when you turn the bag out, you get a nice sharp corner there on the square. So I trim all those edges. And then anywhere there's a little bit of extra fabric, right down the edge here, I'm going to trim some of that off. Remembering, don't go too close to your stitching, because that can create holes in your bag. Just down the edge there, and wherever else there is a wee bit of excess fabric. Now I'm going to turn my bag right side out. So I go into the hole and I reach right down to the bottom of the bag, go to the bottom edge, and I push that out through the hole I left. And push out the corners of the bag so that they're nice and sharp. You can use your finger for this. You can use a wee point turner tool, or you can use the blunt end of a pencil. You reach through and poke the corners out. Nice and tidy. Okay. Now we're going to put this aside for a second. Now we're going to make our tag or hook here. So I'm going to fold one edge down, just slightly in. I'm going to fold into the middle, and then fold that in half again. Put some clips on here to hold it in place. And this is just making a wee tab that our snaps will use to snap the bag close. And I'm going to sew straight down this edge and straight down this edge. As you can see here, I've sewn down each side, and this end here has this end that had been folded inside there. This is going to form our tag for our bag. Now, we are going to finish the rest of the bag. We're going to fold our bag right sides together and just make sure all those corners are out nice and sharp before you sew this. We go right sides together, so it's our pattern on the inside. And peg peg down these sides here, matching up as best as you can so that you just see the inside fabric here. Attach this down both edges, and you see here I've tried to make sure that as I get the nicest, straightest edge down the side here that I can, because this is the finishing of your bag here. So I'm going to now sew straight down the side here and straight down the side here, making sure that I back stitch at the start and end of my stitching. I'm going to go forward slightly, reverse right to the top, and then come down this edge here. Just removing my pegs as I go along. There's one side done. Now I'm going to repeat the process on the other side. I place it in, I sew forward slightly, I'm going to sew backwards right over the edge, and then go all the way down the sewn. You'll notice here I've gone right up to the top edge, and on the bottom I've gone right to the very bottom edge. Now we're going to make a boxing bottom on our bag. So we are going to fold the corner like this. So this is the whole inside section, as all of the layers are sewn here. We get a ruler, and I'm going to measure here and draw a straight line. This measurement is whatever you would like. The more you sew in here, the more of a edge the bigger, a flatter bottom your bag will have. So I've drawn a line across here for myself, and now I'm going to sew straight across here, following that line. Go forwards, back stitch, right to the edge, and back stitch again on this side. Take it out. Now I'm going to trim off this extra fabric here. And I'm going to repeat on the other side of the bag the same steps, lining up the bag here so that it all matches nicely, and drawing a wee line on either side, then using the ruler to connect those so that I get a nice straight line. Double check that. If you remember your measurement from before, you can double check like this too. 2 inches. Now I sew down this line. Just like before, sew forwards, back stitch, all the way to the edge, and right across, and back stitch. And now I cut this extra fabric off. And we are nearly finished. See what that creates at the bottom here is a flat bottom of my lunch bag, which will help me put all my delicious lunch food in it. Now we are going to attach the small strap. So I'm going to fold the cut edges of my fabric in here and just peg it on either end. We need some open because that is where our tag is going to get sewn in. So we're going to attach our tag into here like this. You can leave this as long or short as you like coming out of here. We're going to put a snap on to attach it down on the bag. Now I'm going to sew straight across here and all the way around the top edge of the bag. This is the same step like you did with your tote bag. when you did the finishing stitch on the end of it. I'm just going around here now, making sure that the two pieces of the two fabrics are sitting nicely flush with each other. And now I'm going to sew all the way around the top edge of the fabric, securing this wee strap in at the same time. So forwards, back stitch. You can see here now, we've sewn all the way around the top edge, securing our little strap in here, and now we are going to attach a snap closure. So choose how far down you would like your bag to close. I'm going to go about this far here and make a wee mark with a pencil. Then ask Mrs. Stevenson, your teacher, for the snaps. You're going to need 2 of the pointy-ended snaps, 1 hexagon, and 1 circle. Take your pointy end here and push it through the back of your strap, pushing it through the layers of fabric. Then you take the hexagon or the circle, place that on top. Need to make sure that comes all the way through. Place that on top, and you get your clamp, and you place the black end of the clamp under the flat edge of the snap, line it up on top and clamp it down. You've attached one end. Now you're going to where your wee circle was here, and you're going to push the other end through the fabric where your cross was. Then take the other end of your snap, place the clamp down on the flat edge, pull on top and clamp down to attach the other side of the clip. There you have it with your snaps attached. You can fold the top of your bag over, keep it closed, and you've got your lunch bag.